I cannot help but remind this House of the late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who in March 2002, when asked what a certain Chief Minister ought to do, famously said, Raj Dharm ka palan kare. Raj Dharm, Raja ke liye, Shasak ke liye, प्रजा प्रजा में भेद नहीं हो सकता, ना जन्म के आधार पे, ना जाति के आधार पर, ना संप्रदाय के आधार पर. Hand on heart, tell this House, is the government fulfilling its dharma? No. Now we come to Tumi Dharmo. When Rishi Aurobindo translated the verses of Vande Matram into English in Karma Yogi in 1909, he translated dharma as conduct, not religion. Here was the root of the difference between a communalistic and a nationalistic interpretation and the political use of Vande Mataram as a song, as a war cry. It's not a communalistic interpretation. It is a nationalistic interpretation, and Rishi Bonkim's hymn Dharma signifies conduct. And for a ruling party, for a prime minister, it should not just be Dharma, it should be Raj Dharma. I cannot help but remind this House of the late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who in March 2002, when asked what a certain Chief Minister ought to do, famously said, Raj Dharm ka palan kare. Raj Dharm, Raja ke liye, Shasak ke liye, प्रजा प्रजा में भेद नहीं हो सकता, ना जन्म के आधार पे, ना जाति के आधार पर, ना संप्रदाय के आधार पर. Hand on heart, tell this House, is the government fulfilling its dharma? No. Bahute tumi ma shakti, hridaye tumi ma bhakti. Rishi Bonkim said, faith should be in your heart and strength should be in your arms. This government instead has moved faith into its arms. You have made bahute bhakti with your brute force, with your majority, and you're bulldozing your way into the national secular fabric. And your heart is weak because our enemies are striking again and again. And yet we are letting a president of a third country proudly proclaim over and over again that he blackmailed India into accepting a ceasefire. Omulang otulang, without a stain, without compare. Where has the government brought us today? Let me compare across some major global indices since 2014. The UN's report says inequality reduces India's Human Development Index by 31%, one of the highest losses in the region. The World Press Freedom Index, India fell from 140 in 2014 to 141 today. On the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Index, India went from 114 in 2014 to 131 today. Most important, on the Global Hunger Index, which measures child malnutrition, India used to rank 55 out of 76 in 2014. Today it ranks 102 out of 123. So we are certainly not without stain. And let me for once and for all debunk the ruling party's false claim that a truncated song is always an insult. Jana Gana Mana was originally written as a Brahmo hymn in 1911 and consisted of 5 stanzas. It was called Bharato Bhaggo Vidhata. Remember that the Brahmo Samaj was formed by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and this is the same Raja Ram Mohan Roy that the Madhya Pradesh Higher Education Minister Inder Singh Parmar called a British agent, a dalal, working for religious conversion. If your party's man is calling Raja Ram Mohan Roy a dalal, I wonder what kind of higher education he can be responsible for. Jana Gana Mana is also a truncated song. Of the 5 stanzas, only the first stanza is sung as a national anthem. The second stanza says, Aho raho tumi aubhan, aubhan procharito shunito abo udaro bani, Hindu, Bauddha, Sikh, Jain, Paroshik, Musalman, Christiani. This means something relatively simple. Tagore addresses Bharat Bhagya Vidhata, the maker of India's destiny. And here is a verse whose restoration would need a strong symbol, a strong gesture against divisiveness.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.